Good morning everyone. Today is the 3rd of January 2023 and we are about to embark on our road trip to Melbourne from Sydney. It's currently 6:30 a.m. I'll run through what we've done to prepare for this road trip in the BYD Atto 3 electric vehicle. Okay, so to prepare for this journey, I've brought along with me a 10 amp slow charger. We've also got a Type 2 cable right there. We've also got a Type 1 to Type 2 adapter, and also, just in case, I've got the Fronius 32 amp 5-pin charger, just in case we need to use that at a showground or something like that. The only thing we don't have is, of course, a spare tyre, which a lot of EVs don't have these days. We do have a tyre repair kit though, in case we need it. To make life easier at the DC chargers, I've got an Evie and as well as a Chargefox RFID charging card to make it easier to activate these chargers. And worst case scenario, I'm also a member with NRMA motoring, just in case. Also gives me discounts at Chargefox chargers, 20% off currently. So currently 6:29 a.m, about to start the journey, 100% state of charge. The car's showing me 480 kilometers, but I know for a fact that this car tends to overestimate by about 15%. So let's say I've got 400 odd kilometers of urban driving, and let's say 350 kilometers of highway driving, given highway driving does tend to decrease the range in an EV. And I'm now going to reset the trip computer. To do that, this button over from the odometer to trip computers and hold it to reset. Flick the trip A. I'm going to reset it by holding that button. There you go. Trip A, 0 kilometers. Let's do it. And of course, with any EV journey, I've plotted out the charges along the way, including any backup charges along the way from Sydney to Melbourne, and we'll see how many of them work today. It's going to be exciting to find out. Okay everyone, so we're just at the Sutton Forest EV chargers. So you have to be on the western side of the Hume Highway. You can access the EV chargers on this side, and it's at the back of the petrol station. So we just duck into here and then go this way, down the back. So you can see the EV sign actually, that's quite handy. And then just a sharp left inside here. And hopefully they are available today. Hey, look at that. They're all not iced or being used, that's good. So if it's green, it's operational. If it's red, it means it's not working. So the green light you can see there. Okay, so the plug's at the front of the car, so we'll drive in today. Okay, first step is connect plug. So we want the CCS2 one. What does that one? Hopefully it stretches. Yep, it does. Open the charge port and cap both of them. Okay, so that's connected up. Probably could have driven a little bit closer, so I'll remember that for next time. Okay, so please wait. Try again.
Communication failed.
That's because I unplugged it.
Turn the plug and try again. Use your...
Okay, plug connected. All right, it says please pay, so let's swipe our RFID card. Payment accepted, click, click. That's a good sign. All right, so that is a good sign. What's it saying on the screen there? Quite a bit of glare, isn't there? 55% state of charge currently with the car. Is it going?
Nope.
It says return plug. Try one more time. I'll give this one more shot and might move the car.
Please pay.
Okay, let's try again.
Payment accepted.
Okay, well the cable is like quite, it's vibrating. Okay, well, third time's a charm. Have to retry this 3 times, but it's going now. So it's getting 88 kilowatts, which is the car's top speed. So we'll try and get it up to 100%. And by the way, I'm going to charge it to 100% each time we're at a charging stop, just because I don't trust the reliability of these third-party chargers currently between Sydney and Melbourne. So that's why we're going to top to 100% each time, just to be safe. And inside the car, it's saying it's 31 minutes remaining at the stop, still charging at 88 kilowatts. So what we'll do is check into plug share and also head off for breakfast as well. Okay, well, I've had to replug it again because it just disconnected. What I've done was I've just moved the car just a touch forward. Maybe the cable was just too tight, but it is still going, 88 kilowatts. So another 29 minutes or so. So what I'll do is head off with the family to the McDonald's just there and get a bit of breakfast before we head on our way. And I've also checked into plug share as well. I put there, I'll be 30 minutes inside Macca's, and if anyone wants to reach me, they can always message me as well. And that is a good way to communicate with other EV drivers when you're at a third-party charger. Okay, so we're at 90% state of charge, and look, it's still getting 34 kilowatts, so that's actually pretty good. I'll have to map out the charge curve one of these days, but I'm pretty happy with that. Probably got another 5 minutes or so, and that one's broken. It's got the red light there, unfortunately. See, that's got a red light too, so that's out of order. So we've got one working there at the moment. So, look, I'm glad there's so many now at Sutton Forest, but honestly, the reliability is still not great. So hopefully, you know, with more chargers being put in, another brand other than this one will be more reliable. All right, so 95%, we're pretty happy with that because the next charger is not too far away. And look, it's still 34 kilowatts, so that's pretty good actually for that charging rate at such a high state of charge. So to unplug, just press the stop button there. Okay, press return plug. So easy enough to just wiggle. But out it comes. It is quite a heavy cable because it's liquid cooled, so just be careful with that. And back into the cradle there, ready for the next person. All right, let's head off. Okay, so we're just coming up to Goulburn now. 81% state of charge. Like I said, at Sutton Forest, I want to try to top up as much as I can, given the reliability of the chargers here between Sydney and Melbourne. And a quick note about being on cruise control on the highway, it's been pretty good. We've been keeping at the speed on cruise control, and it's made the journey much more comfortable as well. Okay, so there are the Chargefox chargers right there. I know from PlugShare, and it's important to check PlugShare every time, that 2 of them are operational. So let's see which one is operational. Hopefully we pick the right one. Unlike the EV ones, they still all show... Actually, no, the screen is out with that one, so we might actually move to the next one, because that one's got the screen on, so presumably that one's working. And I might actually put the front camera on, and that way we get as close as we can to the charger. That should hopefully improve the connection as well. Okay, let's see. You can see on the screen there, get nice and close to the curb. Okay, good. Okay, same deal, it says connect plug. So one thing about the tritium ones is that they're all pretty similar. Heavy cable again, so be careful of that. And we'll just plug it straight in. And for this time, a bit more straightforward. Okay, on the screen it says plug connected. Please wait. Please pay. Payment accepted. Click, click. Starting session. All good signs. All right, that's a good sign. So, yep, it's charging away there. 81% state of charge with the car. Correlates pretty well with the screen in the car. We're getting 58 kilowatts. And inside the car, we've got 13 minutes remaining to get to 100%, so we might just stop here for a quick bathroom break. And just around the charger there, we've got a 50 kilowatt charger on the left, and then 2 350 kilowatt chargers. That one's out of order. And the service station is just literally the building behind all the chargers, so there's toilets and things in there, and there's a McDonald's. Just literally a 1 to 2 minute walk to the next car park. And again, being a good citizen, I've just logged on PlugShare. Will be 20 minutes in our BYD Atto 3. Okay, so 99% state of charge. We're still getting 31 kilowatts, so that's quite impressive. 1 minute remaining, so let's go unplug very shortly. I should note too that the toilets inside the servo are pretty good. They've been renovated recently. By the way, if the AC is on in the car, then the DC charger actually increases its charging rate to supply the AC. So you don't have to worry about your car's rate slowing down. Okay, look, I think we're getting pretty close, 99%, I'm pretty happy. And we're just going to stop there. Okay, it says return plug, which we'll do. And unplug away. Okay, back in the cradle for the next Evie owner. Thank you, Chargefox. Put the DC one back on first. Put the AC one next. And close the lid. It's currently about 11:30, 29 degrees Celsius. Let's head off to the next destination. Okay, so we're now approaching the Yass NRMA charger. I probably normally wouldn't stop here because there's an option at Gundagai, but Gundagai is actually not in action at the moment if you look at the Chargefox app. So unfortunately, Gundagai, which is a major stop, is not working. So we'll use the NRMA charger here at Yass. NRMA is a bit of a lottery at the moment because there's no app, so you're kind of relying on PlugShare to see whether it's working or not. Okay, got the camera on, show you how close I can get to the charger. Closer the better, of course. Now this may not reach, so I may have to move the car because the CCS2 is on this side. Let's see. Let's hope it reaches. I think we're okay. It's a bit tight, but so drape that over the car a little bit so it's not so tight. I think we're okay though. Yep. It's telling me to start, which I will. I'll leave it on max because, like I said, I want to charge 100% each time, given the reliability or lack thereof. So this is an older tritium V-fill. Super unreliable, these units. There is an emergency stop button in case anything happens. But I guess the basic information is there. 75% state of charge, number of kilowatt hours added. When you stop charging, you press stop. So let's see how long it takes to get to 100%. Okay, inside the car, charging at 47 kilowatts. For a 50 kilowatt charger, that's acceptable. And we've got 21 minutes to get to 100%. So enough time to take a look around and stretch our legs. Okay, so here we are at Yass, the BYD Atto 3 charging from the NRMA charger. I probably could have parked a little bit closer actually, so it's hard to tell how close I am with the vision there, but I will know for next time. There's a bit of tolerance. So in this car park, there's good signage too, by the way, electric vehicles accepted only while charging. In this car park, there are public toilets just at the other end. They're above average in quality, kids playground, and also a cafe, just like literally like 1 minute walk down there. You can see it there, cafe. You've got the Soldiers Club opposite as well, I guess, if you want a meal in the evening or for lunch. So yeah, good place to stop for a charge. Okay, so we've reached 99% state of charge, 1 minute remaining. We're still getting 33 kilowatts there, so pretty impressive, but I think that's probably enough for now. Let's unplug. And just a quick note about the BYD Blade battery. You can actually regularly charge to 100% because it's a lithium iron phosphate LFP, so it's actually good for the battery too. All right, let's stop charging. Let's press the stop button, and there's the stats there, 26 minutes, 99% state of charge, 16.3 kilowatt hours added. Let's press stop. Okay, let the car click, which is good. And we'll just unplug as always. And pop it into the cradle for the next EV driver. Thank you, NRMA. On to Jugiong now, which is about 60 kilometers away for the next charge. All right, so welcome to the town of Jugiong, and the NRMA chargers are on our left. So hopefully they'll be easy enough to find. Picnic spot on the left, so I think, here we go, it's just you. Perfect. All right, well, there's a Tesla charging, so hopefully they're not too much longer. And we'll just plug in straight after that. Okay, so I think we'll probably skip this one because we've got enough range, but I just want to show quickly the amenities in the area. So not far from the main road, and then there's an amenities block over there. I'll just zoom in so you can see. So presumably there are public toilets in there, and then a recreation area just here where you can sit down. There's a swimming pool actually in the far distance there. And then there's the EV chargers right there, the NRMA electric vehicle chargers with, well, signage, good signage rather, EV accepted only while charging, that's perfect. And then just across the road there, there's a long track pantry, so I assume that's a restaurant or cafe, and then a Jugiong wine cellar as well. So that is the town of Jugiong. Alright everyone, we're just going to top up at Tarcutta, which is approximately the halfway point between Sydney and Melbourne. which is good. Managed to make it this far. It's currently 1:28 p.m, 32 degrees Celsius, 56% state of charge, with approximately 272 kilometers of range. We've driven 436.1 kilometers since we've left home, and we're going to top up at the Evie 350 kilowatt chargers. Okay, so we're reaching the Ampol service station where the chargers are, and just be careful when you drive through these small towns, of course, like that person's getting booked now. There are police around to catch you if you're going too fast. So here we are, that's good, no one is waiting. And let's hope the stations work now. Evie 350 kilowatt chargers, they're both green, that's a good sign. So let's put the cameras on so we can get nice and close to the chargers. Nice and close, nice and close. So road barrier, yep, that's as close as we can get. Okay, put it on park. Okay, cool, got my EV card. Let's get charging. Yep, CCS2 on the right side. Okay, let's plug in. Right, plug connected. Please wait. Should be familiar with this now. Please pay. Tap down here. Payment accepted. That was quick. Cool. Starting session. All good signs. All right, that's good. So that's great. Should get this up to about 88, hopefully. That's the top speed for the Atto 3. 88 kilowatts. Fantastic. All right. That's great. Let's hop inside to the servo there and get something to eat and use the amenities as well. Okay, so remaining 31 minutes, getting 85 kilowatts, and I'm also checking the plug share as well out of courtesy. There we go. Just scroll up here. There's my check-in right there. I'll be here for 40 minutes. Both chargers working, no one waiting. Let's go for lunch. Okay, so we are 99%. 2 minutes remaining. That's good enough for me, so let's unplug. Okay, let's stop the charger right there. And pull it out. Back in the cradle. For the next customer. Alright everyone, we are officially in Victoria. Just going to top up again here at the Chargefox at Barnawartha North, very close to the Victoria-New South Wales border. It's currently 3:42 p.m. 32 degrees Celsius. We are currently 52% state of charge, and we've done 590 kilometers on our journey so far from Sydney. And I can see the Chargefox chargers over there, so we shall try to head over there if we can. There we go, there's a right over here. And these are RACV chargers, well, as in they're in association with RACV, so we should get a discount through our NRMA membership. There's a reciprocal arrangement, and look, they're all available, no problem. So that's good to see. So I guess if it's all available, we might as well use the fast one, which is this one here. Let's hopefully this one's working all right. Signs are good. Let's put the cameras on, make sure we're nice and close.
You've arrived at your destination.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. All right, getting expert at this now, aren't we? So open that up, open this out, and all right, first select your output. So we want the CCS2 one, which is that one. Nice thick cable, liquid cooled. Plug in. What now? Okay, so that's from the last one. Okay, connect OK. That's a good sign. That's from the last session. Why do we need to press start? Okay, let's see whether we can use our Chargefox card. Tap down here.
You need to press the RFID card.
RFID card, thank you. These unnecessary steps, honestly.
It went back to phone.
Okay, press again, RFID card. Hey, keep your RFID card in front of the reader. Alright, I might use the app. Good thing there's reception here. Chargefox Barnawartha, 20% off. Details. So let's press start, because that's where we are. 5207, 5207, perfect. Right, let's press start, CCS2. It's good. Yeah, still don't know why the RFID card didn't work, but app's a nice backup. Preparing to charge, setting up communication with the car. Okay, that's a good sign. Charging. See 52% state of charge there. And let's see what rate we get. Yep, 88 kilowatts, which is the top speed for the BYD Atto 3. Yeah. Okay, so here we are charging at Barnawartha North, at the Victorian border. Just ahead there you can see the Hungry Jacks and the servo. So there's some facilities and amenities over there beyond, not far from here, only 1 to 2 minute walk. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chargers here at Barnawartha North. And a little sheltered picnic table just right there as well. Okay, so back from the servo, quite a nice rest stop there. Hungry Jacks, coffee, fairly comfortable facilities. And just checking the charger now. Now that we're deeper into Victoria, I'm happy to not go to 100% each time. And then we'll be on our way. So let's stop charging. So press stop there. Okay, so we've unplugged and we're ready to go to Euroa for the next stop. All right, so we've arrived at Euroa, about 160 kilometers north of Melbourne. It's currently 5:43 p.m, 26 degrees Celsius, 50% state of charge. And yeah, we might as well top up here. So it looks like at least that charge is working, that's good. There was some talk of this one on PlugShare not being working. The Chargefox app said it was working, so it's a good sign that someone is charging there. In fact, that is the Dolphin, in fact. Oh wow, it's the BYD Dolphin. All right, that's a good one to check out. Okay, so last time the RFID card didn't work, so let's see, hopefully this time it works. So Joy's going to grab the plug there and plug it in. We'll see what happens. All right, that's not going to reach, so I might have to just repark the car.
A few moments later.
Okay, take two. Let's see whether my RFID card works this time. So Joy's going to grab the plug. Hopefully this reaches this time. Yeah, it's really heavy, these cables. Okay, at least it reached. Let's have a look. Connect okay. Okay, let's try tapping it again. All right, well at least this time we can tap it. It was a lot easier that time. We're allowed to start charging. Okay, charger's powering up. Okay, that's good. Charging away now. It's 50% state of charge. It's saying 33, nope, 88 kilowatts. Excellent. That's the top speed for Atto 3. And in the car, 36 minutes remaining, but I think we'll probably won't wait that long because it's not that much further to Melbourne. And you can see the BYD Dolphin camouflaged over there, so we might go have a look at it. Okay, so I've been allowed to show just this front bit here. You can see that BYD vehicle road testing. It's definitely the BYD Dolphin. It's been camouflaged. You can see that charging in CCS2 from one of the other chargers here in Euroa. And even at 94% state of charge, it's getting 34 kilowatts. So very similar to our Atto 3 that we're testing. So pretty good charge rate at the end of the state of charge there. Okay, so this location here is pretty good. We've got 4 chargers in fact, 2 350 kilowatts and then 2 50 kilowatt ones. And then you've got McDonald's very close by, just there. And then you've got the Shell service station for more amenities as well. So good place to stop to charge. And there's the back of the Dolphin here. See that, the Dolphin, battery electric, build your dreams, BYD vehicle road testing. That's great. Great to see it in the wild here in Euroa. Okay, so we're at 81%. That's probably enough to get into town, so I'm going to unplug now. Okay, so I'm going to press stop right there. Okay, and still use a RFID card to stop. Okay, there it is there. It says you're allowed to stop charging. Charging is stopped. Okay, excellent. From there, we just wiggle it out and put it back in its cradle.
Thank you.
See you later. I had a nice chat with the guys testing the Dolphin there, so there's a shot of it heading off. Nice of them to chat to us. Okay, on our way into Melbourne. Okay, so I'm a lot happier now because I said before we set off that once we hit Euroa, I'm a lot happier because I know we can safely make it into town, into Melbourne. So yeah, I'm a happy camper. Great experience charging the BYD Atto 3 from Sydney to Melbourne. Last stop, hotel in town. Alright, so we've arrived at our apartment. We're staying at the Melbourne City Apartment Hotel. We chose this place because it's got an EV charger, which we'll need of course. So yeah, let's pop in. That key card, isn't that nice? Nice and fancy. Bit of wood. Okay, I swipe something. And the roller doors are opening. And she told us, the receptionist told us that the EV chargers are on LG. So we should be on this level here. Should be able to plug in. Give you some stats here as well. It's currently 8 o'clock. 20 degrees Celsius, 31% state of charge, 890.8 kilometers. We started the car this morning at 7:15 a.m. So I'd say pretty much on 13 hours. So I'm pretty happy with our progress today. It's a good sign there, smart charge, electric vehicles parking, only while charging. Fines may apply, smartcharge.com.au. And there's one right there for us to use tonight. Okay, so that's 2. And if I pan across there, there's actually one there as well. So I can see at least 3 charging ports. Fantastic. We may have to pay for this. That's okay, because we'll have to download the app. But we'll plug in to start with. Let's see what happens. Type 2 charger. Should show you this charger too. That's what it looks like, Type 2. Okay, so it fits inside. It's BYD Atto 3. Most of chargers are now Type 2. Okay, so I'll move the car to this spot here because it says guest parking for Melbourne City Apartment Hotel. And I've actually signed into the app as a guest with my credit card, Smart Charge app. Western number 2, which is where we are. It's 33 cents plus 29 cents per kilowatt hour. So I think that's fairly reasonable for a public spot. So I think we're good to go. We're going to press start and see what happens. Okay, so that's great news. I activated it remotely because the Wi-Fi is not great down here, or the cell reception is not great down here. But I can confirm it is charging. 31% state of charge, 16 hours remaining, 14 hours remaining. That's fine. We're going to leave it here overnight anyway. Hotel said it's okay. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine overnight once we close the door. Lights are off. But yeah, great to have an EV charger here at the apartment. All right, everyone, welcome to Melbourne. And just to finish the video, we've got a few points here to talk about for the trip. So Sydney to Melbourne, just under 13 hours for the entire journey. The car itself, the BYD Atto 3, is super comfortable. The family enjoyed it. Great cruise control and lane keeping assist. Really comfortable ride. We probably used that cruise control function for about 95% of the journey. Yeah, the kids were very comfortable in the back. Lots of storage space, as you can see. The charging situation, look, we were very lucky because we took the journey on the 3rd of January, so just after the busy period here in Australia. I didn't actually have to wait at any of the charges except maybe for Jugiong. There was a Tesla charging there, as you saw in the video, so we skipped that one because we had enough charge. We kind of planned all the charges en route between Sydney and Melbourne, including backup charges as well, just in case they didn't work. So we used plugshare.com, which is a great resource, of course, and we had to plan it because we knew Gundagai, one of the main charging stops, was broken, so that was quite unfortunate, but we got around that. We could have maybe saved maybe 30 to 45 minutes because I was filming for a start, and also because we're charging at the top end of the state of charge curve. So that means that, as you saw, it's a bit slower at the top end. We got to about 30 to 40 kilowatts compared to the bottom end where it's faster at 88 to 89 kilowatts. Sure, we could have probably charged that lower end, it would have saved time, but I didn't want to take that risk because we've got kids in the car. You know, we knew some of the chargers were broken or unreliable, so I had to build in that redundancy because of those issues. So yeah, you could have probably saved a bit of time if the network is more mature and there are more reliable chargers en route. Didn't have much range anxiety. I think we're kind of past that in this country. A lot of the cars now have got 300 to 400 kilometers of range, which is more than enough between charging points. I had more charger anxiety, I would say. Not knowing what to expect when you come to a charger. About 10 to 15 minutes before, you start to get very anxious. You don't know whether it's going to work or not. Sure, PlugShare gives you some ideas, but PlugShare is not always reliable. Not everyone checks in. And the issue also is whether those check-ins are reliable. When you come to like a charger, the last check-in 24 hours ago was hardware broken, and there's nothing after that. But the actual official app is fine. You're not sure whether it's going to be broken or not. You don't know what to expect. So that's still something we need to overcome here in this country. But I'm sure that will improve with time. Also, the NRMA currently does not have an app, which is concerning because, again, as I said in the video, it's a bit of a charger lottery. You don't know what to expect when you come to a charger. You don't know whether someone's using it, whether it's broken. It's hard to know. So hopefully NRMA will develop an app very soon. As you saw, most of the chargers there had maybe 1 or 2 stalls, at the most 4, but they're broken once again, so it's not reliable. That's in comparison to Tesla superchargers, where we've done a trip between Sydney and Adelaide in early 2022. Very easy journey, not much charger anxiety at all. You know that when you get there, it's going to work, generally speaking. Lots of charging stalls to choose from, lots of stops, so far more reliable, the Tesla network at this stage. I think there's some talk that it's going to open up to the rest of the fleet, to non-Tesla EVs, so watch this space. I think the solution to this reliability issue currently in Australia is, I think number one is more chargers. I think that'll probably solve a lot of issues. And not just more chargers, but more stalls at each charging location as well. And also more chargers along the route of the journey, so that if you get stuck at one location, it's easy enough to drive a little bit further and then charge up from there as well. We need more variety of brands as well, not just the one brand that we're relying on, different types of brands, different makes and models of chargers in case one breaks down. There's not supply issues tied to that one brand. I think that's probably going to be the future of EV charging, different brands to improve those issues. And ultimately it's a numbers game. So as we increase the number of EVs in the Australian fleet, we need more chargers. That's the bottom line, particularly to deal with peak demands as well. Whether we have an overarching app or system where people can check on the reliability, I know there's PlugShare already, but whether we need something more reliable than PlugShare. If you've got any other suggestions, please leave that in the comment section below as well. And finally, I just want to run through some of the numbers from our trip. So overall, 899 kilometers between Sydney to Melbourne, end to end, 574 minutes of driving time, 173 minutes of charging time, and overall 12 hours and 31 minutes total driving and charging time. 77% of that time was down to driving, whereas 23% of that time is from charging. That's in comparison to previous trips in the Tesla supercharger network, where driving time was higher at 87% from Sydney to Adelaide versus 13% of charging time. So certainly in the BYD Atto 3, using the non-Tesla network, more time is spent charging. Average DC charging session was 29 minutes, and the efficiency of the Atto 3 ended up being 153 watt hours per kilometre. We used 137 kilowatt hours all up, and it cost us $64.72 using the various DC charging networks from Sydney to Melbourne. And if you were to use an equivalent petrol car, paying $2 per litre of petrol, at the more efficient end, if you've got a very efficient ICE car, at 5 litres per 100 kilometres of efficiency, you'd be paying $89.90 for an equivalent journey. Still more expensive than what we paid. If you use a less fuel efficient car at 10 litres per 100 kilometres, then you'd be paying up to $179.80 according to my calculations, almost 3 times the amount that we paid on our EV trip. So there you go, that's a summary of our journey between Sydney and Melbourne in a BYD Atto 3 using the current DC charging infrastructure here in Australia. Let me know your thoughts on the video, and including any recent trips you've done as well. Leave a comment, love to hear from you. Otherwise, take care, stay safe, and until the next Ludicrous Feed video, happy charging.